in downtown Toronto, the Air Canada Centre. This game will wrap up the homestand here for the Raptors. And as you take a look, just a game out of that top position, they're right up there.
And I think for Toronto, they're well above the position they were expected to be in at this stage. Now the question becomes, can they keep it up in the playoffs?
And I can't see any reason why they can't. I mean, they've got to be considered one of the favorites to lift the trophy for me.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Johnson is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Sullinger in at the center position. There's the bucket. Good.
And they get the first bucket.
And they'll hope that sets the tone at the offensive end going forward. It doesn't always work out that way, but better to start fast than not.
Johnson, good.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth, here we go.
Now here's Carroll. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. Lowry inside the line, off the left rim and out. About a minute played so far here in the first.
And for Kyle Lowry, last season was full of milestones. First, he signs the big contract extension for 4 years. Then he earns his first ever All-Star selection. Unfortunately, he didn't finish as strong with the postseason, but a terrific year.
Crowder with the steal. Goes up, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. Stops, pops, and again it's Boston converting. This came off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, plagued by foul trouble throughout in that game. I think it just forced them into some rotations that they weren't comfortable with.
Yeah, and you know, the frustrating part, guys, is that's something that can be avoided. You know, you can correct that, but you've got to move your feet and keep your hands to yourself. You've got to show some discipline.
Now here's Crowder. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. Bradley, no one around him. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Carroll passes to Patterson. And DeRozan kicks to Lowry. The dish to Carroll. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Carroll's got his first bucket of the night. Here's Boston now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Bradley dishes to Thomas. Good work defensively by Lowry. For the Raptors, they come in off the wash to Cleveland.
You know, you hate to use this word, but I really felt like it was a sorry effort that they put forth on the defensive side.
Boy, that's pretty harsh from you, Greg, but you're right. I mean, too many times we saw them slow to set up and get on deep or late on their rotation. And they paid a big price for it.
Just 3 to shoot. No good on the shot. A bit long. That's just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. It's tipped. And here's Carroll. He kicks to DeRozan. It's stolen by Sullinger. And now it's Bradley running. He can go all the way. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark,
yes,
bringing it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Yes,
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Now here is Lowry. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Carroll. On the wing, DeRozan. They grab their own miss. Good.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Thomas passes to Sullinger. Here's Johnson, and the rejection by Valanciunas. Thomas with the steal. Sullinger outside to the left wing. Crowder knocks down the 3-ball. Crowder's got 7 points in the game. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Boston.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. And a new group in for the Celtics. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Jerebko comes in for Johnson. Turner's checked in for Jay Crowder. And Smart subbed in for Avery Bradley. Now here's Joseph. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Powell kicks to Joseph. Screen by Scola. Unloads from 13. Nice touch on the bank shot.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
59 seconds left in the first quarter. Turner against Ross. Passes it to Jerebko. To the left wing. Here's Smart. The second chance effort. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Now here's Joseph. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his first foul. And here are the Raptors now. 9-point game. Here's Ross.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall. And Terrence Ross showed fantastic development in his second season, but really took a step back last year. All of his shooting percentages were down. He exuded confidence, but still at times just could not buy a basket.
The shot's good from Jerebko.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Joseph. D right on him. Feeds it to Scola. With one on the clock.
Okay, man, put your hands together.
And a chance to hear from point guard Kyle Lowry about the chemistry of this Raptors team. They're all
You know, we got a group of guys who came in and bought into the offensive system, the defensive system, and it just clicked. And we got a bunch of guys in here who only want to see each other be successful, and it's rare in this league to have a team like that.
The question is whether or not that team unity, as rare as it is making a difference for the Raptors. Does it make Kyle Lowry any better? Do they just give it more time?
You know, you could argue it both ways, Kevin, because it's worked both ways. I mean, teams that couldn't stand one another have won rings, and so have tight-knit groups who were really close. So there's really no magic formula. I think there's a little bit of art to go with the science in that.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Turner is out there with Smart. Then it's Olynyk. Then it's Jay Crowder. And it's Jerebko in at the power forward position. And that one's good.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Here's Crowder. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Scola with a clean look. Goes back up. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. Well, it looked like there was some contact. I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And some changes here for the Celtics. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Johnson comes in for Jerebko. And Bradley's subbed in for Smart. And that one goes in. 2 from the line. That time. So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, they've got to get some things straightened out. And sometimes the best way to do that is with a timeout. They look to be overwhelmed right now.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Biyombo. Boston also with the sub. Thomas is checked in. Crowder dishes to Sullinger. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Sullinger's got his first points of the night. Raptors trail by 5. Outside DeRozan. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Over to the wing. Valanciunas with a screen on Bradley. 6 on the shot clock. Dishes to Valanciunas. Drills the baseline jumper. Celtics leading by 3. Outside Thomas. Sullinger the screen. Thomas kicks to Sullinger. Johnson against Patterson. Johnson's shot is off.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
And Lowry gets it to go.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Well, I'm sure you guys have heard this, that the nickname that has been given to DeMarre Carroll, the Junkyard Dog, I think it's apropos. Kid drafted out of Missouri back in the 2009 draft.
Yeah, and he actually had to show perseverance to hang around as he bounced around a bit. I think he's found a home now.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball. And Carroll, an energy player who's developed a reliable three-point stroke. I mean, he can also hurt you in transition. He's got terrific size and athleticism, and he also really knows how to play without the basketball.
Out to the wing. Back to Thomas. Just 5 to shoot. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
And Carroll, by advanced stats, one of the most productive small forwards in our league. I mean, one thing I like, even as he's developed into a three-point threat, he still has an instinct for cutting to the rim off the ball when his defender turns his head. I mean, one of the things I think that allows his team to be so good is his understanding of how to play the game.
Here's Lowry. 35 points for him last game against Cleveland.
Yeah, but Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line. I mean, he was aggressive to attack the D, not settling, and really did a good job of cashing in on those free throws.
Lowry against Thomas. Nice ball movement by Boston. Crowder, that's good, and Johnson with the assist. Crowder's got the game tied up here for Boston. The Raptors have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Valanciunas with a screen on Thomas. And it's Lowry penetrating. Here's Valanciunas. Can't hit. Good work defensively by Johnson. Crowder kicks to Johnson. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. The Raptors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw, no good. Some changes for Toronto. Biyombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas, for DeMar DeRozan. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And a new group in for the Celtics. Olynyk, he's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Jerebko comes in for Amir Johnson. Turner's checked in for Crowder. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Thomas. 1:11 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Patterson. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Jerebko, the pass to Turner. Olynyk dishes to Jerebko. He's now 2 for 3 with that miss.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Lets it fly from 18. And again, it's Toronto converting.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
Bradley can't get it to go.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Now here's Joseph. Olynyk is covering, and Joseph kicks to Patterson. And it's Joseph, top of the key. Shot clock at 6. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Can't capitalize on the good screen. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. It's the Raptors ending the second quarter with an energy burst, a 19-7 run. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. For Toronto, the first quarter was not an easy one. As hard as they tried to compete, they just could not keep. And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You look at Jay Crowder, he's really been playing well.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for Toronto right now, Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Carroll in at the small forward position.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Mark, one thing about Kyle Lowry, he has a bulldog mentality. We saw that from his days at Villanova.
No question about that, and I love that about him. He's very simple, not really flashy, just consistently beats the rock. He wears his opponents down.
Raptors with the lead. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Pass to DeRozan. Lets it go with a 3. Another miss by DeRozan.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
They now take the lead. That's 7 points for Avery Bradley.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half. And really a fantastic season for Sullinger last year. Really made some leaps forward, but missed a lot of time still due to injury.
The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. DeRozan passes to Lowry. Patterson setting the pick for Lowry. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And Toronto making a change here. Ross is checked in. A shot by Lowry, no good. Sullinger did continue to...
Yeah, and you hope that he'll be able to stay healthy for a full year at some point. When he's on the floor, he's a hard matchup for just about every team in the league.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Luis Scola, he's checked in for Toronto.
Can't connect there, but still a red-hot start to the half, hitting 4 of their first 5 field goal attempts. He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Thomas dishes to Johnson. Shot is no good. Excellent D there for Scola. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
And let's take a look at Kyle Lowry's numbers. They've gotten some big performances from him since the All-Star break. 14th in assists, 18th in scoring, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And, you know, he's really the consummate playmaker. He's got his head on a swivel. He looks for the open man. Completely unselfish as a hooper.
Taking a look at Avery Bradley, his career's been kind of up and down. Greg started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country. Won numerous the draft after only 1 year.
And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D.
I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the deep.
Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his third rebound on the night. Outside, Scola. Kicks it to Lowry. He's got 4 points now in the quarter. This game has a lot of character here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 already. Intensity is the theme for this one.
And there's the 3-second violation. And we get a moment to check out the team scoring leaders. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
This is one of the best scoring teams in the league, actually. They found a nice offensive flow to their game, and they don't have any problem putting points on the board.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Biyombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas, for Terrence Ross. And it's Joseph in for DeMar DeRozan. And a new group in for the Celtics. Olynyk, he's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Jerebko comes in for Amir Johnson. Evan Turner, he's checked in for Crowder. And Smart subbed in for Bradley. And stolen by Scola. And here we go. Joseph, that's good. Joseph's got his second basket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Thomas. Boston, no good that time either.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
Lowry kicks to Scola. Here's Joseph. Plays it up and banks it in. And now a 5-point Raptor lead.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Here's Lowry, and another basket for Toronto.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Patterson, he's checked in for Scola. And Damari Carroll subbed in for Kyle Lowry. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Johnson comes in for Jerebko. Jay Crowder's checked in for Evan Turner. And Bradley subbed in for Marcus Smart. The shot by Powell, no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
There's the feed to Crowder. He dishes it to Johnson. Fires for 3. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Crowder. Now, Here's Joseph. He has 6. Carroll, no one around him. The shot misses. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Toronto ahead. They lead by a bucket. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Boston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. On the floor for Boston, Smart and Bradley the guards. Jared Sullinger is out there with Johnson. And it's Crowder in at the 3 slot.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Screen by Valanciunas. Joseph the pass to Valanciunas. It's DeRozan with the drive. And he gets it to go. And the Raptors lead by 2.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Boston shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Smart kicks to Johnson. Here's Crowder. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
To the paint. Tries from 7. And again, it's Boston converting.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's Powell. They set the pick. Here's Valanciunas. Crowder pulls it in. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Johnson kicks to Smart. Stolen by Joseph. DeRozan against Sullinger. DeRozan dishes to Powell. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Toronto.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
DeRozan passes to Patterson. Here's Powell, defended by Crowder. Just 5 on the clock. Patterson, the screen. Here's Powell. Good on the three-point shot. Powell's got the lead up to 5 now for the Raptors.
And certainly, they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
They get it back. Poked away. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And Joseph kicks to Powell. To the middle. Valanciunas dishes to Joseph. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. The wide open look here for DeRozan. And the 3 off target.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bageled in the second. Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
And the Raptors call time here.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was just going over the plan with his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
Fires from deep, and he gets it to go. And the Raptors lead by 6.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Thomas against Lowry. Up top, Sullinger. Outside Bradley. Crowder, the pass to Johnson. Toronto grabs the miss.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
At the top of the key, Lowry. Top of the key jumper, no good.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, clutch basket, even with him being on the short end of the stick, size-wise.
Really, Greg, this shows you the toughness and determination this man has. Impressive.
Screen by Valanciunas. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Another shot. And the bucket is good from Lowry in deep.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game. And that's helped them stake this lead.
.130 left in the fourth quarter. Thomas against Lowry. Lets it go from deep. Kept alive by Boston. The pass to Sullinger. There's the triple. No good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. And 1:01 left in the fourth. Back to Lowry. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lowry against Thomas. Up top, Sullinger. It's stolen by DeRozan. Now here is Lowry. He's tightly guarded. Valanciunas can't get that one to fall. Boston with the ball. Trailing here by 8. Connects! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
My goodness, how about the degree of difficulty on that shot?
When you're hot, you're hot. And he is absolutely scorching.
And an intentional foul right there. And he commits the intentional foul.
It's been a strong game for DeRozan. He has 9 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
Bradley dishes to Crowder. Nails it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Taking 2 shots.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game. Now a timeout called by Boston. They trail by 7. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
You know, you like the fight all the way to the end, but let's face it, guys, this one's over.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I really think you shouldn't be allowed to call timeouts late in the ball game if there's no chance for it to do any good on the scoreboard.
There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he drops them both. It's a 9-point ball game here.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
So it's Toronto winning this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kyle, how big a factor was the defense you guys played tonight?
You know, we focused in a lot on defense in the film session we did before the game, so we had to re-emphasize the things that we worked on in the last couple of days of practice.
It seemed to play out for you, Kyle. Thank you. Kevin, over.
The 2K Sports postgame show.